Today we're comparing two pairs of budget bookshelf speakers, the Polk T15 and the Jamo S803. The Polks I bought around 3 years ago. I had used them as bookshelves, but have recently started using them as my surrounds. And then the Jamos I just bought recently. I'd like to do a little comparison. Unfortunately, you can't buy the Polks anymore. They are no longer for sale, at least on Amazon. But I want to say I spent around $110 back a few years ago. So I thought it'd be a good comparison between the two to see what you can get your money's worth today for $110. So let's get on over and test these out, do some comparisons, and see how they stack up against each other. All right, everyone. I have the Jamos and I have the Polks set up, ready to listen. I've got a Russ Sound speaker selector. They are coming out of the same source, so we'll get to hear a good even match between them. I'm going to start with the Jamos, let y'all hear those, and then I'll switch over to the Polks. Take in mind the Jamos do take a little bit more power to bring out the same volume level as these Polks. They're less sensitive than the Polks. And then at the end, after all the sound testing, I'll give you all some closing thoughts along with the specs between the two. And just things I like, things I don't like, and yeah, let's get started. Turn it up here. So right now, these are the Jamos that are playing. I'm going to switch you over to the Polks. Alright, I'm going to change the song, try something new. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the Jamos. Switch back to the Polks. Right. Turn the boat back on. Okay, so at the end of the day, I'm very surprised at how much closer these are to each other. I thought the Jamos would be much better. And all right, sorry about that. Ran out of space on my phone. So at the end of the day, these are closer than I thought they would be. The Jamos, they sound good. Don't get me wrong, but the Polks, I feel, definitely have a better mid section. The Jamos are lacking, and with that, I went ahead and did a little research, and I found that the Jamos have a pretty significant V curve, dipping in the mid section. By design, I think Jamo apparently has been like that for forever, or at least for the last 20 years. I will say the low end on the Polks are definitely worse than the Jamos. The Jamos have a better lower end. There is a peak around 100 hertz on the Jamos. It gives a little bit more punchy sound. The highs, a lot of people say they're bright. To me, they're not nearly as bright as the Polks. The Polks are almost fatiguing. And at the end of the day, everyone's hearing is subjective. So mine is totally different than y'all's. And I'm going to keep the Jamos for sure. I think they look much better than the Polks. I don't think you can get a better looking speaker for $110 with the fit and finish. There's a couple different things I don't like about it. One being the mids. Two, there's a few little areas of imperfections. Of course, it's a $110 speaker, so with this, you can see that, or I don't know if you can see, but there is, that port is sticking out a little bit. It's probably just a glue joint. I might be able to fix it. I am going to keep these and I'm going to paint these. So they are going to be kind of like a furniture piece. I won't listen to, these aren't going to be my main drivers, but they'll at least sit there and look pretty. These are going to go back to be my surrounds. I think they're great as surrounds, and they're good as little bookshelf speakers. I mean, you definitely want a sub with the Polks. The Jamos, you can get away without using a sub, but it's always better, I think, to have a sub in the mix, especially with these small drivers. I'm going to go over the specs between the two. The Jamo has a 5-inch polyfiber woofer. The response is a 57 to 26,000 kilohertz. Sensitivity is 87 dB, 8 ohms. They have an RMS of 80 watts and 160 peak. They are 13.9 inches tall, 7.52 inches wide, and 9.92 inches deep. And they do weigh 12 pounds. The Polk has a 5.25 inch polymer composite woofer. It has a frequency response of 60 to 24,000 hertz. 89 dB is the sensitivity. They are also 8 ohms, 50 watts RMS, and 100 peak. And they come in at 10.63 tall, 6.5 inches wide, and 7.25 inches deep. And they're 8.25 pounds. At the end of the day, I don't want to trash talk these. I'm not trash talking these. So if you have these speakers and you love them, that's the thing that matters the most. It's what sounds good to your ear. To me, these sound good enough that I'm going to keep them. They're not going to be my main speakers, but they'll be a good furniture piece that people can be like, oh, those look really good. And I will link down in the description. His name is Aaron. It's Aaron's Audio Corner, and he goes over these speakers with actual testing measurements and everything like that. And he recommends that people don't buy these because the mids are trash, he calls them. And I disagree with that. I think I'm definitely not an audiophile, but I think they're good enough that you can, if you like them, definitely get them. You can't go wrong with the price on these, really and truly. The edifiers, I definitely think have a better sound overall, but these look better to me. So at the end of the day, like I said, everything's subjective. You get what you want to get, and at the end of the day, don't let someone deter you because they did some measurements and on paper it doesn't look the greatest. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a like. If you didn't, leave me a dislike. Tell me what you think. Leave me comments if you have these. And with that, guys, I'll see you on the next one.